In your work catechizing and forming men and women in the faith, when you were to present them the life of prayer, how do you start them out? Like, what advice do you give when someone wants to start to pray?
The first thing I invite them to do is first look at when they're going to pray, to make the time for prayer. They need to show up and say, this is important. Busy lives make it very hard sometimes to make time for prayer. So to look at when would it make sense, in the morning, in the evening, during the middle of the day sometime. So the when, I think, is the first thing, is to have them begin to think, okay, when can I make time to be with God? And then to help them find what method of prayer there is. There are as many people there's as many methods out there. So to try to help, how can someone find out what works best for them? First thing is just to try things. So we invite them to look at different styles. Some may like more of a devotional style of prayer, more in the Catholic tradition, such as the Rosary, Eucharistic adoration. Maybe even praying with Scripture might be a way to try that. Some may enjoy centering prayer, which is more of a meditative style, or even journaling. I know some of our students and other folks I work with enjoy just taking time and writing out, articulating what's going on inside their heart to God through writing. So it's a matter of just kind of testing the thing, and I also encourage them not to start to think that they have to pray hours in a day, that it has to be this magnificent, 8-hour experience, because in reality that's not really what it's about. It's about the quality time. So I compare it to preparing for like a marathon. You don't run 26.2 miles the first time out. You train. It's a discipline. You take it little by little, and just like the spiritual life, you begin to train it to spend time with God and get the connection and train your spiritual life in a healthy way to know which method would be best for you. But it's you try and need to make the time for that. So
I think that's very true. I think people often try something too big, and then they become, when it does, they don't follow through with it because their schedules, their life's so hectic. Then they feel like they're a failure, and then they quit altogether. It seems to me that regularity is more important than volume, so to speak. That to pray faithfully every day for a little bit is better than to pray a lot one day and nothing the next.
Yes.